My name is Elise Ann DeVito, and I'm chair of the English Language and Literature Department at慈济University. In this brief video, I will talk about some main points of foreign media reports on Taiwan's COVID-19 situation from early 2020 to the present. From the very start, foreign media pointed out the rapid and thorough response of Taiwan's National Health Command Center, set up in the wake of SARS outbreak in 2003. The prestigious Journal of the American Medical Association noted the Taiwan Epidemic Command Center rapidly implemented 124 action items, including border control from the air and sea, case identification, including new data and technology, quarantine of suspicious cases, educating the public while fighting misinformation, negotiating with other countries, and formulating policies for schools and businesses to follow. Foreign media stressed how the transparency and accountability of Taiwan's democratic system played a key role. For example, this May 15, 2020 CNN report, Taiwan's rapid and transparent response, with medical officials holding daily briefings from the onset of the crisis, has been held up as an example of how democracies can excel in reining in epidemics. Similarly, the Wall Street Journal wrote, Taiwan has won global plaudits for an early and less coercive epidemic response, comparing with China. Foreign observers also took note of Taiwan's political party cooperation in fighting the pandemic. Washington, D.C. could learn a great deal. In Taiwan, diverse political parties were willing to work together to produce an immediate response to the danger. Taiwan was a world-renowned success story. So what led to the COVID-19 outbreak in April? The population started to become complacent with a false sense of security, as did its government. More people left their masks at home and abandoned social distancing. Hospitals stopped aggressively testing people for COVID. Then it happened. In April, the virus was detected among cargo plane crews in Taoyuan, who transmitted to their families and then through the community. The other problem is vaccines. The island has one of the lowest vaccination rates in the world, with fewer than 1% of its 23 million population inoculated, according to data compiled by CNN. A YouGov survey in early May found that just 40% of Taiwanese people said they were willing to be vaccinated. This is the second lowest among 21 places polled around the world. Since the outbreak, though, the demand for vaccines greatly increased. The island's current COVID-19 outbreak is relatively small compared to those in other parts of the world, but it's an unfamiliar situation for Taiwan. Before this outbreak, Bloomberg placed Taiwan 5th on its COVID resilience ranking. Australia's Lowy Institute ranked Taiwan's pandemic response in 3rd place, behind Bhutan and New Zealand. But on May 25th, Bloomberg reported that Taiwan has dropped out of the top 10 list from 5th to 15th. The UK and the USA are now 11th and 13th, respectively. The government in Taiwan has responded swiftly to the surge in cases once again. It has opened testing centers and hotspots, restricted the size of gatherings, begun enforcing mask mandates with large fines, shut down schools, and urged residents to stay home. But COVID's most effective weapon in fighting COVID-19, according to Time magazine, may be its people, since they obey government rules and guidelines. Just now I introduced you to some foreign media reports about Taiwan's response to COVID-19. Let's take a look at some key words. Coordinated command center, swift response, transparency, accountability, complacency, false sense of security, low vaccination rates, compliance.